Hello, Beez Bladers! Welcome back and welcome newcomers to the channel. I hope you're having a fan-freaking-tastic day. Now listen, we're going to do something fun today. The last time we went and did a little shopping on Blade Binge, we found a Skeletal for 30 bucks. Those are normally 75 bucks. And then the time before that, we found a Wee Banter for 75 bucks. And that was with the Primo steel too. So we're going to hop over and do just a little chopping together. And I've got it in the category of $75 or less. If you don't know what Blade Binge is, it's where you can buy and sell knives on the secondary market. You got the marketplace, grails. You can go buy new stuff at Blade Binge shop. Made in the USA, budget friendly, EDC accessories, etc., etc. Now let me go over to this tab. Now this is something I did that, last time we checked out, I think Bostede and Civivi and a couple other brands. This time I put in the filter right up here. There's a filter. You can click that and put in filters for different knives, different locking mechanism, you name it. So I put in $75 or less, and then I put in CJRB just because I was like, you know what? We haven't checked them out. So let's see what's going on in the CJRB department. Now here's a budget banger. And look at this, a CJRB logo for 30 bucks. That's good. A large pyrite, that's 40 bucks. A frac, 45 bucks. I feel like in the CJRB department, you're going to be able to get a lot of knives at good deals. The thing that I would do, that I always do, is if I see it like right here, here's the pyrite Bowie, right? That's a sweet knife. And somebody has it listed for 50 bucks. I'm like, that sounds about right, for the secondary market. And then you can look right here. You see that they put like new in box. So that's going to tell you, like over here, it says excellent. So that's something to pay attention to is, for the price that they're putting it on, make sure, if they're selling it for exactly what it costs brand new. I mean, you're like, come on, dude, this is the secondary market. You got to at least take $5. Like, take $5 off or something. Here's another Bowie. And you know what? I don't know if you've seen this Bowie in person, but that one, I have one right over there in my case and it looks fantastic. So there's the Nanner. A little bit of nanner going. Oh, look, it's the Feldspar, the CJRB Feldspar. That's one of my faves. And that, speaking of Feldspar, that's actually the knife that I had in my hand when I started this video, is the new one. The Feldspar is fantastic. I'm just bringing it up because that's what I have in my hand, but it is a fantastic knife. But back to the chopping, there's an Echo. Let's see. We got the Ruffian for $41. There's the Shale. They do have, oh, now there you go. Now look at that. There's the CJ. I'm going to look and see what the steel is on this one. The CJRB Pyrite Light. What's the steel on this bad boy? So this is the one with AR RPM 9. Because I was like, if this has S90V and they're selling it for 25 bucks, then I'm going to flip out. Because that's one of the things you got to check for is, when you see a good price, you're like, is it too good to be true? And sometimes it's not. And you're like, are you serious? Oh my goodness. Now I'm going to just take a look-ski here and see if we can find anything in particular that, really stands out to us. And first of all, let me see how many pages of CJRB are on here. We have what? We have what, 200 pages? There's no way. There can't be that many. I scrolled way down, but I imagine it starts with CJRB since that's what I put in, and then it's going to fade into other things. But here's another Bowie. There's an Echo. There's another Bowie Pyrite for 39 bucks. A Rhea for 40 bucks. So a lot of these CJRBs that I'm seeing, we're in the $75 or less, right? But a lot of these are going to be 30, 40, and 50 bucks. So if you're newer into the knife world, and look at here, we're fading into Civivis now. There's a Sentinel Strike for 61 bucks. That's a sweet knife. And then this one looks like a dagger. Holy cow. That's a SOG, a SOG. And then now we're getting into a little bit of Bostede action. There's the Porcupine with the Lynch Northwest clip on it. Wow, 60 bucks. Holy cow. I had a Best Tech sledgehammer. So I'm just going to start going through here and seeing what we find, because it doesn't take, oh, there you go. The Iridium, that one, that's a very popular knife this year. Everyone's talking about the Iridium. And then there's a Paraframe. I'm going to let you all give me your own comments on the Paraframe, and I'll just leave that there for now. There's a Drop Bear, a Tenable Rafe, R-A-F-E, and a Kubi Titius. Now, something that I didn't do the last time we went shopping, I'm going to go all the way to the bottom here, and I'm going to start skipping over pages because I don't want to just look at the first, 2 or 3 pages or something like that. I'm going to skip ahead, maybe go to page 5, then go to page 10 or something to that effect to see what we can find. So now we're on page 5 and we're starting to see some different stuff. There's a Kershaw Blur for 50 bucks. And let's see what else we got going on here. Coleman pocket knife, 4.5 inch close, rubber handle. Couldn't tell you anything about Coleman pocket knives or what steel they have, but yeah, there's a QSP Vault. That's not too shabby. A Gerber 06 fast knife, spring assisted. I don't know about that one. I don't know what steel that is, but okay, so they have it listed for 39 bucks. Let's go look because I'm curious. This is what I do every time I go on here. I start going down rabbit holes. So what does it have for blade steel? 7CR17 MOV. So that's 7CR steel for 40 bucks. In my opinion, I mean, do I want to give opinions? I mean, when it comes to blade steels and locks and knives and stuff like that, for $40, I'm like, I don't know that I want to pay $40 for 7CR, which is a sub budget blade steel. Let's see what else we got here. Franklin Mitt. So there's always some oddballs thrown in. Franklin Mitt, Nightstone, Empress of Desire. I don't even know what those things are. They're kind of like medallions of some sort. So there's some Tucson's for all you Tucson lovers. Look at that. A Tucson TS344 and a TS304 for 73 bucks. And I bet you those are good steals. That's a knife that I don't check out enough on my channel, are Tucson's. We'll go over and just take a quick look-ski at it and see what it's listed. So this is D2 steel. D2 for 70 something bucks. Now, everyone's different, and you probably know more about Tucson than I do. I know if I'm looking at a Tucson personally, I'm expecting at least 14C or M390 or a little bit higher quality steel. I'm really surprised that we're getting D2 with that one. Now let's see a lot of medallions. What is going on with that? But hey, you know what? I got to keep this in mind. Those actually have a little knife blade on them. If that's what you're into, if you like the Franklin Mint collection stuff, that's the kind of stuff you'll find in here too. It's not just knives. And keep in mind, we're in a selective category of 75 bucks or less. So there's a lot of knives that are going to be in here that are going to go all the way down to like $20, $30 range. Well, here you go. There's a Cold Steel Voyager large. And that's a big dude right there. And I love me a Tonto blade. Always love me a Civivi Mastodon. See, that is so fun. All of this, a James Brand Elco. See, I don't even own a James Brand. That looks like a nice little pocket dropper. That's not too shabby. And an Elementum Warncliffe for 45 bucks. Let's take a look at this since I'm very familiar with Civivi. Let's see what kind of stuff we got going on here. So that's a D2 version also. And for that price range for D2, again, me personally, if I'm buying a D2 knife, as long as I know it's a reputable company that does good heat treat, then I'm not going to have issue with it. But it's definitely going to make a difference in what steel and what price I'm looking for. A Revolt rotor. Never heard of that one either. And what else we got going on here? A Boker Magnum, a CJRB Crag. All right, so I'm gonna switch it up again, and I'm gonna go over here and just start over on this tab and see what we have. So there's some Zippos. So if you like lighters, man, they have everything. Now this is also for you to know too. If you're selling something of your own, this is where you sell it. You just take a picture or some pictures of it. You post it on there. Somebody buys it. Blade Binge sends you the shipping, and you just ship it right out to the person that bought it. Makes it super easy. So this is showing up a lot of different stuff right here. Here we have concealed titanium toothpick, and then another titanium. So there's a lot of neat gear. So if you have 25 bucks burning a hole in your pocket, you can go on here and get a Lynch Northwest Spyderco smock clip in Blurple. Or you can get a titanium toothpick. It's more than just knives. I would say it's primarily knives, right? Because we're talking Blade Binge here. But there's so many different things to choose from. You know what? I'm feeling a little squirrelish. I kind of want to go over here and check out, maybe the $75 to $150 range and see what pops up in this range. And I'm just waiting for something, to jump out at me here to see if there's the QSP Penguin, Zero Forks Given Glide Lock. Now that might be a good price simply because those are not available. Those were on Blade HQ and they sold out, and then you can't get them. So, depending on how bad you want that Zero Forks Given, if you look at the right here in the what do you call that thing? The pivot, you can see that it has the fork. I couldn't think of the word. The fork with the cross through it. So that might be something you were looking for. Oh, that reminds me. That's something else. Is if there's a knife that sells out, there's always a good chance that very soon after they've been sold out, that someone's going to go in there and they're going to be like, yeah, it was a cool knife, but yeah, it's not right up my alley. And they put it on Blade Binge and they sell it. So just because a knife sells out, like if some Blade HQ has a sale or something like that, and then you didn't get in on it, just wait a few days and start looking at Blade Binge, because you can go right up here and you can search right here in this bar. You can do a search for whatever, Brian Brown knives or whatever brand you're looking for. And a lot of times they'll pop up. Look at it. Ooh, look at this. A Penguin Plus, brand new in the box, $100. I bet this one has the premium steel too, because that's a Penguin Plus. So if you have a QSP Penguin and listen, if you have a QSP Penguin and it's a little too small for you, I have one. I can give you an example right here just while we're talking. Here's the Zero Forks Given that we were just talking about. All right, so that's what that one looks like. And then this is the size of the Penguin Plus. So if a Penguin's a little small for you, you can get the Penguin Plus. And the Penguin Plus is it's comfortable. And they're premium. I don't even know that they have like budget models or budget versions of the Penguin Plus, but I'm curious to see how much this one is right here. Let's see. And I wasn't even showing it. It wasn't even on your screen. So I might have cut part of that out because I went shopping for the 75 to 100 range, and I wasn't even showing the right screen. So now I'm showing the right screen. Here's the Penguin Plus that I found. Oh my gosh. Hey, I don't normally record this way, but this Penguin Plus is $100, like new in box, and it has what steel? 20 CV blade steel. Oh my gosh. Wow. So we have a carbon fiber handle Penguin Plus with 20 CV steel for $100. That is one of the reasons you go shopping on Blade Binge, because $100 for 20 CV steel and the Penguin Plus, that's wow, that's really good. That is a good deal. Oh my goodness. Let's see what else we have here. There's a Microtech paring knife. I didn't even know Microtechs had fixed blades. Are you kidding me? And then here, see this, the Cold Steel Frenzy, $99. Well, here's a perfect example. Let me show you right here. This is the Frenzy. I can show you because it happens to be right here close. Look at this dude. You talk about a fun knife and a big knife, and it's crazy how this thing actually disappears in your pocket. It's a top lock, S35VN blade steel. But here's a look at what the Frenzy looks like. Yeah, look at that. What'd you look at it? Just look at it. But oh man, this is crazy. I just love this. I can do this all freaking day. There's the Spyderco Pair 3 lightweight for $100. So I'm seeing good prices. There you go. A Bel Air with Magna Cut steel. That has to be a great price. $100 for a Bel Air with Magna Cut. I would say that you would probably pay $100 just for the Magna Cut by itself, like new in box. Oh man, that might be the winner. There's a QSP Jungle Carbon slip joint for $130. Oh my goodness. And the Bel Air is so popular. Miguron Pagos, anything you find Miguron is going to be good. There's a Vostede Schillen cutter. That one's popular. Oh, here we go. There's a new Tucson, or not a new one, but another Tucson, the TS450. And the Tucsons usually come in premium materials. And I would say since we're in this price range, that's probably what we're going to be seeing. Okay, now see, look what someone did here. A Kershaw Bel Air, free shipping. They dropped the price, excellent condition, $110. Now, I don't know what the Bel Air is going for, but I would bet you, since it's a Kershaw, that it's going to be going for more than 110. So if you've been out looking for a Bel Air, then, oh, there you go. There's a Sentinel Strike. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Look at this. Oh, there you go. Look at that. An Asher Nomad, $85. That's a crossbar lock, and that's a, ooh, man, I have not got to handle one of those, but that is a nice looking knife. Wow, that is very nice. And a Concept Convict for 75. And what else we got going on here? A Kershaw 2. What? I've never even heard of a Kershaw 2. Is that like the second Kershaw that ever came out? I don't know. I mean, there's too many knives for me to have that much knowledge. There's just too much going on. Too many possibilities. But if you're used to coming to the live stream and hanging out with us, then you know that we go and we check out Blade Binge. We all buy from Blade Binge. I buy from Blade Binge. It's a great website, and the nice thing about it is they protect the buyer and the seller. That's one of the great things. Here's a CRKT Provoke. Now that's one that I'm a little leery before I go flipping and flicking the Provoke. I'm like, oh, because you know, I don't do a whole lot of self-defense type stuff. There's the Olight Seeker 4 Pro Zombie Green Edition for 1.2, and that is brand new in the box. That's very nice. And a Cormorant. Love a Cormorant. I have a small Cormorant collection. Now see here, here's the QS. Now, okay, now look, we've done some shopping, right? Here's someone with the same QSP Penguin Plus with the 20 CV for 145. So if you find one, you can always search that exact knife and see if you can find another one. So this one's $45 more than the other one, like new in box. So that's something else to keep in mind when you do a little chopping on the binge. But you know, this has been fun. It just goes by too fast. I would like to make these videos even longer because we didn't even get to touch the surface of what's in Blade Binge. So there you go. There's a Wee Banter 2 for 95. And you know, that has premium steel. But we will definitely do a lot more of these shopping vids because today, you know, we found a couple that are pretty good price and pretty good deals, especially with the premium 20 CV on that Penguin. Man, $100, that has got to be a good deal. But we'll do some more of this stuff, and I hope you come and hang out every Friday night. Beez Blades live at the Hive. Oh, right. We have so much freaking fun. You got to come and see it just to believe it. But this is fun. I have a lot of exciting stuff coming up. Sharpening videos, new sharpening systems, all kinds of fun stuff. You'll have a couple of videos pop up on your screen. That's new. Flashlights, gear, knives, stuff like that. Go check that out. See what you think about it. I'll put a link to Blade Binge down there where you can go check out the marketplace and get lost for hours looking at all the cool stuff. But until I see you again in the lives or the chats or the Hive streams, remember, live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.